turn on the light. This is a little bit too dark. Alright guys, it's another one of those very dark yet very expensive restaurants. It's so dark in here, it's gonna... Oh, by the way, this is Eddie. He's a viewer that saw me and said, hey, Danny the Medic. So, it's so dark in here. The rest of the video is gonna be a series of photo montages. Alright. Alright, so this is what all that is about. I'll tell you the whole story, right? So, a few days ago, I decided to go down to Atlantic City because the news had said that things are back to normal at the MGM after the hack, right? And so I was like, alright, I went down to the Borgata, you know, because I wanted to do that tier match that I wasn't able to do like the week prior. And of course the Borgata was like, you can't believe everything you hear on the news. Wow guys, so never mind all that, didn't work out, right? But while I was down there, I was staying a couple of nights over at the Caesars, right? And on this trip, I had forgotten to bring my phone cable, of all things. Now, as you saw, that phone in the room has some cables for you to charge your phone, but it was not working. I went down to the front desk, I said, hey listen, I forgot my phone cable, and I was really depending on the one in the room and it is not working, can you change rooms for me? The guy's like, sorry, it's full. What we can do is to send housekeeping up there, you know, to change it out for you. I said, oh please, thank you, right? I said, how long will it take? He goes, not long, not long. I said, alright, great. So that was at 6 p.m. on the day of the check-in. So I go out, you know, and this is like, I went to the Borgata and everything. I found out the bad news. I came back, I was doing stuff. Then I went back to the room at 11 p.m. So at 11 p.m., the thing still did not work. I had left a note on the table. Note was not even touched. So I went back down to the front desk and that guy's gone. And I said to the lady, hey, listen, you know, I'm in a little bit of a bind here. No one came up to do anything, right? So the lady went like that, and she tells me, oh, there might have been some sort of error or shift change of housekeeping. I'll put in a new work order for you. I'm just like, this is not acceptable, you know? My phones are going to die. You know, I need my phones for all kinds of stuff. Let me speak to your supervisor, right? Supervisor comes out, and I was just so upset. I showed her my ID, you know, you got to, right, to prove that I'm the guy. ID and my member card, and I told her, listen, I am a very good customer at Caesars, and what just happened has really disturbed me. You know, I feel like this is not the level of service I expect, blah, 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 blah. You know, and of course, you know, she gave me a $50 food credit, and also she got on the phone with housekeeping. And finally, the housekeeping lady went up and took care of it. Very good lady, right? And then so I got $50 worth of food credit. So, you know, the next morning, I said to myself, where am I going to use this, right? Turns out I can use it at the Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen in Atlantic City, right? I'm like, oh, I haven't been here, right? And so I went to take a look. Look at this, guys. It's magnificent. It's beautiful, it's clean, oh my goodness. And then as you can see over here, it is nice and bright and beautiful. Then I take a look like down that little open ceiling thing. It's gorgeous looking. I said, alright, great. So then I said, like, let me take a look at the menu and see what I can get for 50 bucks. I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna get anything here. They got like a couple of small things. Oh my god, what am I gonna do, right? Lucky for me, I'm a diamond member and I can go upstairs to the free VIP lounge and eat whatever, you know, nonsense they're serving at that little buffet of theirs. So I went upstairs and I grabbed myself this plate of food. So I got the plate of food and I hear, Danny the Medic, Danny the Medic. I'm like, and some guy comes walking up, you know, he said, hey, you know, Danny the Medic. I said, oh, hi, I'm Danny the Medic. You know, very terrific, you know. And he goes, oh, you know, are you alone? You know, because you want company? I said, sure, come on, sit down, right? So he got his wife, and then we sat down. We have, you know, a blast having some drinks, and we were talking and stuff. Of course, my drink was the virgin pina colada, right? Then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going downstairs to Hell's Kitchen to do a video, you know, do you want to come, right? And he said he had like a lot of comps built up that he wasn't using. So, all right, great, you know, we'll join in for a video. Terrific, right? So we got downstairs, and oh my god, it used to be bright, and now it was like pitch black. So I was like, oh, how I can't make a video. I cannot make a video here. It's not gonna come out. It's gonna be all grainy. And yes, okay, of course I could put up my lights and then make it bright enough to shoot, but you know, I'm in a restaurant, you know what I mean, that's operating normally. So I can't just do that and have all these bright lights in like one section of the restaurant disturbing all the other guests. So that's why it was too darn dark. I just switched over to still photos, right? So I was looking at the menu, and I said to Eddie, I said, Eddie, I'm just gonna get one of these like pasta things for like 40 bucks. You see, he goes, no, don't worry about it. Let's get the seafood tower. I'm just like, the seafood tower? That sounds ridiculously expensive. You know, he goes, no, it's fine, right? And I say, well, I do have 50 bucks. Seafood tower was like 150 bucks, and there was a three of us, you know. So I was like, all right, fine. Well, I'll just, you know, like I'll use my 50 bucks. I can get a third of the seafood tower, and that'll be it. Cause I want to be fair. I don't need people paying for my stuff. You know what I mean? And he goes, no, it's okay. So we got the seafood tower, and this is what it looks like. Alright, it looks pretty nice, right? Very fancy, it's like a sculpture and everything. But if you notice something, it's like that bowl is actually full of ice. Packed like shaved ice. That's what it is, guys. The amount of food in there is minuscule. It is not worth the money. I was like, this is a friggin' ripoff, alright? It came with 2 little pieces of Alaskan king crab. Like little pieces, right? Then the lobster was probably just like a pound lobster. It's like, it's so small. Then it got a little bit of clams, a little bit of mussels, a little bit of oysters, a little bit of shrimp. It's like so little food for 150 bucks. Guys, I was livid. Guys, it was a ripoff. I swear I would never, ever order that thing in my life ever again. I mean, like, I don't care how much money I got in the world. I don't care how many lotteries I win. It is the principle behind it. You can't go ripping people off. You know, it's fine if you charge $150 for seafood tower, but at least put an adequate amount of food in there. And to tell you the truth, it wasn't even that tasty. You know, it's like, how much? I mean, like, the shrimp was pretty good because it had some flavoring on it, but the other stuff was bland. The little oysters didn't even come with like horseradish and lemon, or did it? I don't even know, you know. But I know that it did not come with any butter for the lobster. I was just like, seafood tower my freaking butt. So there you have it, guys. Seafood tower at the Hell's Kitchen. Alright, now today I'm going to talk about MGM and Caesars being hacked and what that means for someone like me, a customer of theirs. Alright, obviously if you're not a customer of theirs, then you don't have to be worried about anything. Alright, so I'm going to tell you what information they have of mine that is now possibly in the hands of the bad people. Okay, my name, address, date of birth, social security number, my photo, my signature, credit card number, debit card number, as well as the 4-digit PIN, and my bank account number, both routing and account number. All right. Now you're thinking like, how the heck did the casino get all this information from you? I gave it to them over the years, right? Now, they name, address, date of birth, social, that kind of goes when you apply for your marker, and also if you get a hand pay, they got to fill out forms, so they got the information, right? Photo and signature, right? Now I know that at least one casino kept a copy of my driver's license, on file. When you hand it to them, they scanned it, so my signature and my photos on there. And of course, I also signed paperwork with the markers, and I have to sign the hand pay, so it's there, right? My credit card number I use for hotel reservations and such, they may have retained it, right? Debit card number and PIN. I hate to admit it, but I have gone to the ATM at the casino. God knows what kind of information they keep from those things. I don't know. And because I don't know, I'm not going to pretend that, oh yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'd rather consider it a risk and take care of it, right? And as for the bank account routing and account number, it's a part of the getting a marker from them. So they have that, right? So I had to go and protect myself, right? Name, address, date of birth, social. Nothing I can do to change that, right? And my photo, my signature, I'm not going to change that. But what I did is to make it harder for people to use that information to open up accounts. So I went to the, not physically, but online, to the 3 major credit reporting agencies, and I put in a fraud alert. And they say that if you use one and put a fraud alert, they'll notify the other 2. And so when opening a line of credit, they're going to be like a little more suspicious, which is a good thing, right? Credit card, debit card, easy. Hey, give me a new one. Send me a new one, Go to the bank. Hey, change my PIN number. That's very easy, right? As for the bank account routing and number and everything, the bank account, close the bank account, open a new one. It's free of charge. All right. So all that stuff, because MGM had to go and you know what I mean? They should and I hear it's like some employee who messed it up, well, anyway. All right. Thank you for watching. And I hope you take care of it too. Better safe than sorry.